in a world awash in chaos.
What is Walking Phoenix?
Joaquin Phoenix? What is Joaquin Phoenix?
Or whatever you said.
It's a man.
Oh.
His name is Joaquin Phoenix. Okay. What the fuck?
Jupiter.
Uranus.
A group of brave heroes take on all things action.
Season 3!
Hi guys, welcome to a very special edition of All Things Action Videocast because it's Mother's Day while we are filming this. I'm Dad, aka Aaron, and with me this week is...
Mom, aka Fran.
Damn.
It's all about me.
That's right. It's all about you. It's been all about you all day long.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed yourself?
I have. It's been fairly relaxing. The kids have been the kids.
Yeah.
But they're adorable and I love them.
Well, happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
So, Fran, I brought you in here, number one, because it is Mother's Day. Number two, because we have a kid right now whose nose looks like, I don't know, a pincushion?
Looks like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
Yeah.
and then he's got a lot of allergy business happening.
He's really fighting allergies, so he'll be here at the end of this episode to talk a little bit about gaming. He got a brand new game. He wants to tell you guys all about it. But until then, I thought you and I could kind of roll through the first 5 of our topics. Does that sound
5
good?
topics.
Yes.
Sure.
So, Fran, the first thing I thought we'd talk about is in movies. So, Avengers into their 3rd week now. The Endgame has been upon us. Hopefully, everybody's gotten out to see it. It sounds like, just from the numbers that they're putting out there, it had a strong 3rd week. It grossed $65 million this week, bringing it to a grand total of $2.8 billion globally. They thought for a long time it was just going to smash the Avatar one that's like 2.78, which it still could. But Avatar is still the number 1 movie of all time as far as money goes.
Money.
Yes. And so Detective Pikachu came out to a very good start, actually higher than expected. $58 million domestically, 161 globally. So what do you think?
Raiden asked me today, is Ryan Reynolds in that? And I said, yeah. And he goes, what else is Ryan Reynolds in? And I said, well, he's in Deadpool.
Mm-hmm.
And Raiden goes, well, I just don't see him being Deadpool. He seems too nice for all of that. And I said, I have a feeling that's probably why he's doing movies like this, so that
Right.
his kids can actually go see them.
Yeah, probably. It still sounds like he still has that crazy wit, the sense of humor that he brings to just about everything. Seems like it's like a PG version of Deadpool.
Yeah, but it's like teen okay, not like, or like preteen okay, not like, holy geez, don't let your 30-something-year-old wife go see it because it'll make you blush.
Right. Either way, I think anything that Universal can get that actually turns a profit at this point is a huge win. I guess that Anne Hathaway and Rebel Wilson movie, whatever it is, the Dirty Rotten Scoundrels remake is definitely not doing great, but it's not doing terribly. Like, it's doing better than I think they said it was supposed to. So, I mean, I don't know.
I feel like that one for me is like wait till it goes to Redbox.
It's a kind of strange time of the year. If it's not really Avengers Endgame right now, it's going to struggle to make a huge egg, but the Detective Pikachu one seems like it's probably good just because you don't have to know what Pokemon is to enjoy the movie, because they went strong with getting a good actor to play an animated lead, and it looks cute, it looks bubbly, it checks all the boxes.
Everybody knows who Pikachu is.
Right. So let's move on, Fran, into wrestling. This one's kind of a sad one, but hopefully there's a silver lining there. Silver King, whose real name is Cesar Gonzalez Barone. He was a WCW talent from 1997 to 2000. You would know him from the movie Nacho Libre with Jack Black.
Nacho!
He was the gentleman who played Ramses, the main antagonist of the film.
Ramses.
Unfortunately, Fran, he was at a show in London, a big lucha libre,
Something terrible, isn't
lucha
it?
libre show, and unfortunately, Silver King passed away while he was doing his match. He was 51 years old, and it sounds like, from all accounts, that he made it through the whole part of the match that he was supposed to. And Juventud Guerrero was actually the guy that he was facing. And Juventud, I guess, rolled him over for the pin, got the pin. They were trying to figure out, like, he's really selling this whole being knocked out thing. And they wound up finding out that he had passed away. So
Holy smokes.
I guess it's one of those things where, you hear about these people that, we always talk about, like, boy, wouldn't it be great if you died doing something that you love? This would probably be one of the ultimate of ultimates. It's kind of like a couple of months ago, there was a comedian who died on stage. He literally was doing his set and he just passed, keeled over and died. Cardiac arrest, 51 years old. I don't know if there's anything else to really say, but it's kind of sad that the guy who played Ramses passed away over the weekend, and at least he was doing something that he really loves, and he's an icon in the industry. He's well known in Mexico and very iconic. So
I'm glad you didn't start with that. That's super sad.
yeah, well, we try not to bring it down too much, but
Let's move on.
All
Let's
right.
bring it back.
all right. I don't know if this will really bring it back, but in the topic of space, Blue Origin founder and also Amazon's head honcho, the Jeff Bezos, he introduced the new Blue Moon lunar lander, along with the BE-7 rocket to be tested later this summer. So Blue Origin is basically another company just like Elon Musk's SpaceX and Virgin Atlantic that's getting into the whole space travel and all that stuff. This is kind of their first foray into it. They're going to launch a lunar lander. Sounds like Elon Musk has been kind of throwing shade at Jeff and saying, like, oh, good for you, too bad we've already done this years ago. But hey, the fact that we have multiple companies that are vying for space travel right now, it's pretty awesome, I think. What are your thoughts?
I'm feeling like we should come up with some like cool space slogan or something.
For who?
I don't know. Some
Anybody?
company sell the like rights to it for a lot of money.
All right. So what's your space slogan?
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that, and that puts me on the spot. It would be something like really lame if I said something right now.
Are we trying to like come up with something for like actual people getting out into space, or like the packages, or what?
The packages,
Yeah.
like the Starry Night package.
Sure. Yeah. They're supposed to have a space hotel at some point
Yeah.
where you just go out into orbit and you'd stay for a week in space and then you come back down on a shuttle and you know.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Are like people gonna have like lots of like drinks by the space pool, or what are you gonna do at the space hotel?
I don't know, but I think the real question would be if a baby's conceived in outer space,
Ooh.
would it technically be an alien?
I mean, that's a
It
question.
wasn't born on this world.
Nah, see, that's different because it wasn't conceived on this world.
That's
Conceived
true.
or born?
You'd have to
What
be
are
up
you
there
going
for the
with?
whole 9 months.
Yeah.
All right, it wasn't conceived on this world. We can go into the whole,
I mean,
when is a child thing, right?
We could.
And we're not going to. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think we need to think about slogans.
All right. I don't think it's an alien either. I'm just saying.
If you can't beat it, orbit.
Oh.
Zing.
Zing.
Damn.
That was terrible, but I liked it.
Thank you. Let's go to TV and online, and this is the one that I think is probably the most topical of everything that I'll have you talk about today. So the Department of Health and Human Services is going to be requiring drug companies that advertise drugs on TV to actually put the prices of the drugs on TV.
So like your Zell tracks or whatever
Yeah.
that they Zeljans or whatever they're talking about with the they list off like, sure, you're not going to have some normal illness, but you possibly are going to have like your eyeball fall out of your head and whatever else.
Right.
Like they're terrible side effects.
Yeah.
So they're going to be like, what? After like your insurance, it could be as low as $0 because they already do stuff like that.
Right.
Or they being like, hey, this medicine is like $1 billion.
I think they have to be transparent. Anything that's going to cost over $35 has to be notated on.
$35 cost or $35 insurance?
I think cost.
Ugh.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, oh, I guess I don't want to live.
Exactly. And I think that's the thing is like they talked about like there are pills out there that are $5,000 a pill.
Yeah, well,
It probably would be good to know that going into something and then to find out like, oh, there is a generic for that cost me $5 a pill.
yeah, I know. Like my mom at one point, she was like, there's this eye drop medicine that's like, I don't remember, it was like $100 or $200, something outrageous. Or she could get like, it was like 3 or 4 separate drops, and then it was like $16 for all 4 of them.
Right.
So the fact that they mixed it together, like, made it astronomically
Right.
more. Like, that stuff's crazy and completely ridiculous and shouldn't happen.
Right.
Like, the fact that the pharmaceutical companies make money off of people having to live, we need to change that.
Yeah. Well, I'd be remiss if I said that the Trump administration is taking full responsibility for this.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
It's huge.
it's a win. It's a win for everyone now. So, just ask Trump. Fran,
It's huge.
we'll go on to comics. I know it's your favorite topic to hear about, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I know I talk a lot about DC Comics on this show, so I thought I'd give a little bit of love to the Marvel side of it. And Raiden and I think I read it. Raiden looked at the pictures, but we actually got a copy of the Savage Avengers #1.
Who got that for you?
You got it for me.
Yeah,
Because
go
I was
me.
out of town.
I know.
And
but
you
I
went
was
to
able-
Free Comic Book Day.
I did.
So before we talk about Savage Avengers, why don't you tell us a little bit about your experience the first time by yourself with a young child in a comic book store on Free Comic Book Day?
Well, it was completely overwhelming because I don't know anything about comics. You know this. You make fun of me for this. So I don't know anything about comics. So I walk in with your list and I start to look around and I legitimately have no idea. I would look at it and I'd be like, hey, this should be in like alphabetical order and then by number, right? Because there's volumes, whatever, issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's
You
not
got
how
issues.
this. I do, and you got them too. So I go in and I'm like, hey, let's look around, Raiden. So the free comics was super simple because we just walked around and we picked up things that were free.
Right.
And they say it on there, free comic.
Right.
For Free Comic Book Day. And I mean, we just stood there for a little while. Raiden looked at him. He grabbed some that he thought were cool. I grabbed this Buffy the Vampire Slayer one that I still haven't read, but that was huge back in like the 90s when I was
Yeah, and it looked like it actually had
Samaya's
like
age.
David Boreanaz on the front of it.
Yeah, it was
So,
like that legit back from when I was like
Sure.
Samaya's age. So
comics are fun.
So I still haven't read it though. But then you give me this list and I legitimately was looking for him. And after 10 minutes, I was like, Raiden, we're going to be here all day. So we go up to the guy.
He's like, that's fine.
Yeah. So we go up to the guy and Raiden has the list and he's like, do you have whatever they were, right? So he reads them off to the guy. And that sweet guy couldn't understand anything Raiden said because, he gets shy and quiet. And so the guy's like, hey, do you mind if I see your list? And literally within like probably 3 minutes is like, here's this one, this one's not out yet, blah, blah, blah. I don't remember when he said it's going to be out, but he's like, it's not out yet. So then I paid our $9 or whatever it was for the comics, and we skedaddled.
Yeah.
That's my experience in
and you walked out with like a mountain of comics that day, so
yeah,
that's a good
like
thing.
That
yeah,
big.
It was nice, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would probably liken it to like a woman sending a man to go get tampons
Not
and just
at
being
all
like,
the
I
same.
need this kind of tampon.
Not at all
and,
the same.
Like, you see the list, but you're still like, oh God, this ain't right.
No, because I wasn't like embarrassed to get comics because I would assume
some
most
men
would be
No,
embarrassed
I don't
to
think.
grab a
No,
box of tampons.
I don't think so. It's just overwhelming because it's like you've got a whole valley of tampons.
It's not a valley. It's just an aisle.
Well, it seems like a canyon full of tampons
It's
with
just
river
an aisle.
of blood
This is getting
that
wrong.
you're walking through.
Let's just move on.
Yeah,
Let's definitely
so-
move on.
Speaking of river of blood, Savage Avengers. I will say it definitely at least the first one definitely goes hard in the paint with the old Conan comics. So if you are expecting a lighthearted romp through Marvelville, this is definitely not the one for you. There's beheadings. There's all sorts of amazing action going on in this, and let's just say there's literally a pool of blood.
That's not good.
In one of the scenes.
Yeah,
so
that's not good.
it's a very compelling story that takes you to the Savage Land where Conan is, and for some reason you have Wolverine come to the Savage Land, and they tease the next part of the Savage Avengers, the second episode or issue will have the Punisher. So
you like the Punisher?
yeah,
You're a big Punisher.
So
fan.
this will probably be one that we start reading all the way through, and then obviously all those DC ones that I really like, including we just got the new Year of the Villain. So I'm excited to start reading that one, and all the other.
Who would you
good
say
ones.
is still your favorite? Like, whoever for the Punisher? Like, hasn't there been multiple writers that have like?
Yeah, I mean, as far as like comic book iterations, I don't know. I like them all. I mean, the Warzone run was really good, but I mean, even the ones from like the 80s are fun too. Punisher's always been the same. That's what's kind of cool about him is, you really, a lot of times you're looking for character growth. The Punisher, you don't want character growth. He's just there to completely dismantle and throw a wrench into every bad guy that's ever lives world, and that's what's kind of cool about him. So,
But he's also on like the edge of being a bad guy himself.
well, yeah, he's definitely the anti-hero.
Yeah.
And vigilante. I mean, that's one of those things where I would love to see him actually be part of like the cinematic universe, but he's so fringe, like you said, that it would never work. He'd pretty much be the Wolverine of whatever he was thrown into, where it's like the good guys are always trying to bring him in and talk him down from all of the killing, and that's what he does. Like he's just that, he's just that pathogen that continues to feast on the host, and that he'll keep feasting until he's dead,
That's deep, man.
because there's no more hosts left to feed on.
So one more thing. I don't know if you're getting ready to move on from comics, but one more thing before you did. While I was spending my 10 minutes searching in the comic book store, having no luck finding your comics, I did, but I did not purchase. I did come across a comic book for Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
They have them.
Yep.
The funny thing is that one they keep like putting in the bargain bin and then taking out of the bargain bin. So I feel like and this is at Rainbow Comics, I feel like there must be an employee there that absolutely freaking hates that comic and is like, oh, this thing's shit. We need to put this in the bargain bin so we get rid of it. And then there's another person there probably that's literally like, why does this thing keep coming into the bargain bin? Takes it out, puts it on the shelf.
Yeah, I saw it on the shelf, so I mean, I did not purchase it.
But that's the thing. Like weeks before, I was in there and it was in the bargain bin, and it was like, it's still too much to.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, oh, look at that! I should tell.
Now, was it an actual comic, or did it have like pictures with like the comic text over the top of the pictures?
Yeah,
like it was
more
like
that.
set photos that they took.
Set photos. Yeah.
So really, it's kind of like a companion.
It's not like a comic book, but it was there. I thought you'd like that.
Well, maybe it's something I can get you for our anniversary. That's next week.
Nah.
Or at the end of this week, I guess that's what it is. So hard to believe. Our time together has been long.
Oh yeah.
But not arduous. But our anniversary, it's our 16th anniversary.
Yeah.
So that's pretty exciting.
16 years on the 16th.
Yeah. Is this considered like a golden anniversary?
I don't know how they do that, but probably not. It's not like a birthday. I mean, like the golden anniversary is like, I think if you make it to 40 or 50 or something like that.
Yeah.
I know 25 silver.
Yeah, we
You should
can
probably
get there.
give me like a cruise. We're going to get.
Cruise?
Yeah.
Why would I get a cruise? Have you heard about all these cruises lately? They sound like hell on the high seas.
But
we might as well just buy a pirate ship for a day, rent a pirate ship, and have a whole bunch of hobos like out there trying to figure it out.
I like you. And this is why I say stuff like this, because I love when you make me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we get Bear down here?
Let's get Bear down here.
Bear!
Bear!
I hear footsteps. I hear a door. Bear?
Hello.
There he is. He's coming down. So guys, we'll finish with gaming. And this week, Raiden. Hey, what's up, dude? Do you want to blow your nose off the camera? Or on camera, just away from the there you go. Perfect. How you feeling?
Well, apart from this, I'm feeling pretty well.
Yeah. So don't smush that on the table. Jesus Christ. What is wrong with you? Anyway, so gaming, dude. What do you want to update us on?
So today,
Mm-hmm.
I got a new game called Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
Okay.
Who are you with when you got this game?
You.
Now, is this a new game or is it an older game?
I mean,
I've never heard of it before, but you found it.
it's kind of old, but it does have some throwbacks to like other Mario games, like you know those red coins in the loops you can get. They summon those red coins.
Okay.
That's in the game.
Yeah. So what's the object of the game?
You have to make it past levels and roads, just like in Super Mario Run that I play on your phone sometimes.
Okay.
And basically.
But it's not a side scroller game, right?
Yeah, it's a game that you use the sticks.
But it's 3D, right? Like you see different ways and stuff. It's not just straight across, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they categorize it as a strategy game, yeah?
Yes, it's definitely a strategy game because I've had some strategies, like I've been trying to flank some guys.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good.
Yeah.
So it's fun?
Yeah.
Good. Check it out. It's only available on the
Nintendo Switch.
How's that been going for you? Pretty good?
Yeah.
You still like the Switch, yeah? You're playing it all the time. You're watching stuff on YouTube all the time now.
Yeah.
It's become your own little like personal like entertainment system, right?
Yeah, and the best thing about some of those games that I have on it, it doesn't. Some of those don't need Wi-Fi.
Well, that's a plus, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if that Mario game needs Wi-Fi, but
Poor Bear.
You just investigated this right now, right?
yep.
Been upstairs doing your video game testing?
I've actually been playing it for kind of a long time.
Yeah, probably too long.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right, you want to get out of here?
Yeah.
Why don't you tell everybody bye, and then Mom and I will do the outro.
Bye.
Thanks for coming, dude.
I like this one because we got to talk about something new that's not like Fortnite and hacks and stuff like that.
Yeah. All right, dude. We'll see you in a little bit.
See ya.
Well, Fran, thank you for hanging out with me for the last 30 minutes and talking about everything, this and that. Is there anything you got going in your life that you want to plug?
It's Mother's Day, and I'm a mother.
Yep.
So,
and that's it.
Go moms.
That's it. Don't have any upcoming dates or anything like that?
Dates like with a hot dude?
Maybe. I'm just saying.
Again, we already told them about that.
Yeah.
Our anniversary is May 16th.
So, yeah. Nothing crazy. We got a lot of soccer coming up.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can try to keep doing this. We've had an extensive conversation about what we were thinking about doing, and I think we came to the conclusion we're going to muscle through the last bit of this season, and then we're going to see how things go over the summertime. Hopefully the kids will have a lot of like content that we can just put out in the summertime too.
Yeah.
I mean, see why not.
Yeah. I think we have like 7 or some games though in like the next 10 days.
Yeah,
so
it's ridiculous.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah. But that's the life we chose, and so that's why we're doing it. Right?
Get that soccer.
That's right. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching All Things Action Videocast. Once again, I am Dad, a.k.a. Aaron, and with me this week was...
Mom, a.k.a. Fran, also Mama Bear.
Damn. That's right. Well, thank you so much for joining me.
You're welcome.
Okay. Until next time, guys, we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.